Hey, good morning, crypto explorers. Good morning, freedom seekers. Welcome back to Tuesday Live. I'm Carol Simon, your Generation X freedom coach. And today I'm here to help you navigate the sometimes definitely mind-boggling world of digital finance with a mix of clarity and a dash of humor. And today we're tackling crypto lingo from two angles, because last week I talked about the white paper. So today we're going to decode the technical terms that you'll find in white papers. And then also, we're going to break down some everyday crypto acronyms that keep the community buzzing. And by the end of this live, hopefully you'll be speaking crypto like a pro, and no secret decoding required. Because when I first started in crypto, I didn't understand a lot of these terms, but after a while, you will get used to them. So before we start, please drop a comment below. What's the strangest crypto term that you've encountered in a white paper? If you've ever read a white paper, what's the strangest term you've encountered? If not in the white paper, what's the strangest term that you've heard in the crypto space and you've always wondered what that meant? And by the way, if you're joining this later, do type #replay so I can reach you later. So first of all, we're going to start off with the white paper, and we're going to hit off with the heavy hitters because this is serious stuff. So what is, first of all, a white paper? And do excuse me, by the way, I'm just getting over a cold, so I do apologise if I do sound a little bit bunged up. Apologies there. So what is a white paper? Think of it as the project's blueprint. It explains the problem that the project is trying to solve, and also explains the technology behind it and how its tokens works. And to be sure, a white paper should be clear. If it reads like a sci-fi novel or you don't understand the language, then that's an absolute red flag. Steer very, very clear. And I've come across those before. Now, a second term you'll see in the white paper is called tokenomics. What is tokenomics? This is a short form for token economics. It covers how tokens are created, how they are distributed, and how they are used within the project. And a solid tokenomics means there's a sustainable economic model behind the token. If it's all hype and no numbers, be truly, truly cautious. Okay? The next one you'll see in the white paper is consensus mechanism. What does that mean? Basically, every blockchain needs a way to agree on transactions. There are two main types: proof of work, proof of stake, POW, POS. These are the methods that are used to validate transactions and secure the network. And these are basically the backbone of decentralization. So that's what they mean. And we will cover proof of work and proof of stake on a later Tuesday Live. Now, another term, gas fees. What are these? If you're on the Ethereum blockchain, every transaction comes with a fee. That fee is known as a gas fee. It's like the toll on a toll road or a postage cost of a letter. Sometimes, though, however, you might be surprised by how high it is, particularly on Ethereum. So there are many now other blockchains where they are competing because they have lower transaction fees. It's always good to keep an eye on the fee that you're paying before you transact or execute a transaction. The next term that you're going to hear is roadmap investing. The roadmap basically shows you where the project is heading. It outlines milestones and timelines. Investing refers to how the tokens are released over time. Sometimes this is through mining, and there are other mechanisms for releasing tokens, and that is explained within the white paper. And this prevents the developers from flooding the market immediately, because that's critical. If the market is overflooded, then the coin will not be sustainable. And both of these terms are crucial for understanding a project's long-term viability. Now, hopefully you now understand the serious stuff. Now, here's some fun stuff from everyday crypto terms and acronyms. Now I want to lighten things up so you don't feel too serious. So let's start with, what should we start with? These are terms that you might hear in everyday conversations. Let's start with HODL. Have you heard of that before? HODL actually means hold on for dear life, and it actually came about by accident. It started as a typo, but now people take this as a term. It's been fully endorsed by the crypto community, and it means holding onto your crypto even when the market goes wild. And it's your mantra for long-term confidence: never sell in panic. Always be measured when selling and buying. And then there's FOMO and FUD. Have you heard of that? FOMO is fear of missing out. It makes you want to jump into everything quickly, even if it's not a smart move. not a good thing. FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's what makes you panic sell when things go rough. What's the takeaway? Don't let emotions rule your decisions. Here's another one, ATH and ATL. What's that? The all-time high, ATH. And that's the highest price a crypto has ever reached, a term that you'll hear when everyone's celebrating gains. What's the all-time high for Bitcoin? Anyone know that? And then ATL stands for all-time low. That's a lot less fun and more of a warning sign. And of course, I'm sure you've heard DYOR. I mentioned this last week. Do your own research. That is not last week, the week before, sorry. That is the gold standard of crypto advice. Whenever you're about to invest, take a step back, gather the facts, read the white paper, make an informed decision. It's as simple as knowledge is power. And you must know your ROI, your return on investment. That's a straightforward term that tells you how much profit you're making compared to what you put in. Always keep an eye on your ROI. It's important to know that your investments are working for you. Now, here's another term that you might have heard of, whales. I think whales can be dangerous because they can control the market, or a bag holder, which is the opposite. So a whale is a big player. They hold massive amounts of cryptocurrency. So BlackRock, for example, they are a whale in the Bitcoin world. They own a massive proportion of the Bitcoin coins. And they can sway the market with their trades because they're big holders. And then the bag holder is the unfortunate person that's left holding the tokens when the price crashes. So I would say avoid being that by staying informed and to act wisely. So let's summarize for today. White paper terms, what are they? Understand the tokenomics, understand the consensus mechanisms, gas fees, roadmaps, and vesting. These are your keys to assessing a project's foundation. And now the fun terms. The fun terms are get comfortable with HODL, hold on for dear life, FOMO, fear of missing out, FUD, all-time high, all-time low, do your own research, and return on investment, and terms like whale and bag holder. These terms are what makes the crypto community unique and probably, yes, a little wild. But armed with these insights, you're now better equipped to navigate the crypto world with confidence, which is what you need, and clarity. So, if you found this session helpful, do drop a light bulb emoji in the chat to show you've had an aha moment. And do comment below with your favorite term or one that you're still curious about, or one that you don't even know. Let me know and I'll see if I can help you. Let's keep the conversation going. Do hit that like button and follow me if you haven't already done so you don't miss the next week's session that I'm going to do on mining. So I will say, tag a friend who's still lost in crypto, or who needs to know, who needs to know, needs to be educated, and I will see you again next week. Thanks for joining. Take care. Bye.